Good afternoon, Dave. Hi, everyone.
What will we be talking about? What's your topic for us today?
Generally health and wellness, but in particular about one of the building blocks of health and wellness, and that's water.
Okay.
So I'm not sure that a lot of people know just how important water is, but it's really one of the single most important things that people can do. I've been involved with the natural health industry since 1984 when I bought my first health food shop, and I've been studying and learning ever since. And as my interest has expanded to all aspects of natural health, one of those areas that I felt was under-publicised was water. And when I first did RBTI analysis, which was a way of finding out the analysis of what the biochemistry of the body is doing, I found significant lack of water in most people that I did the analysis on. And without water, our body cannot function properly. So we need to make sure that the amount of water we take in is the amount that our body actually requires. Currently, we just seem to be in the middle of a series of major health blowouts. We've got diabetes, we've got arthritis, we've got heart disease, cancer being the majors. But one of the other ones which is underlying that is blood pressure problems. And there's also major digestive problems. And what I find in clinic is that when I'm working with people who've had serious health issues, often they've had digestive problems for 10 or 20 years, which have set up the whole system to fail as we go through. The beautiful thing about the body is that it's a self-healing mechanism. And the more that we can give it the nutrition that it needs, and what I call the 4 building blocks, and those are water, the right food, minerals, and enzymes, then the more the body will just perform beautifully. It's like a well-oiled machine. The old story about you wouldn't feed a thoroughbred rubbish, so why would you feed that to your body applies. You would also make sure that that thoroughbred was adequately watered. And we tend not to do that. I know myself when I did my first RBTI analysis that what I found was I was severely dehydrated. And that was causing a lot of tension in my body. That was causing other issues to develop, including high blood cholesterol. A whole range of different things were happening. And I was what you would call reasonably fit and healthy as a naturopath. I'd been doing it for, 5 or 10 years. And it just was a revelation to me about the difference that it made to my body by hydrating it properly and taking care of it with the right amount of water.
And this is where it's vitally important to have more water as part of your dietary intake.
Absolutely. And it depends on the person how much water they need. So we go, and Kerry Reams discovered this 80 years ago when he first started the RBTI analysis, that the body requires about 33 mils per kilo of weight of water on a daily basis. Now, of course, if you're 100 kilos, that's 3.3 litres. Most people don't drink that amount. And there's a lot of people out there who need more water than what they're taking in. There has to be a cautionary tale about that too, though. You cannot just suddenly launch into water if you haven't been drinking very much. You must go into it in a measured way. And there'll be some information available from the station later that you can call or email for, and they're happy to post or email back out to you. So it's important that the amount of water that you take in is the amount your body requires. So if you're 100 kilos, it's 3.3 litres. If you're 60 kilos, it's about 2 litres. And it's not the 8 to 10 glasses a day for everybody. So it's really important to measure out the amount of water that you have. And when I have a client, one of the first things I do in the assessment is look at their salt reading. And their salt reading is the amount of salt coming out in the urine, and that tells me whether they're drinking sufficient water or not. And so I don't have to ask whether they're drinking sufficient water. I can just look at what the numbers tell me. And if their numbers are too high, that's actually showing that the body is dehydrated and that it is producing and it is letting go of too much waste material, and the blood is too thick, and that thick blood leads to other problems in the body.
So what you're suggesting, David, is not to look at it as, I'm going to have to take 425 mils of water now, more rather to be having a sip continually throughout the day?
Every half hour. And when I'm working with clients with serious health problems, I get them even to set a little timer so that they're actually hydrating their body every half hour. And that half-hour hydration is really important because it allows the body to accept that small amount of water, and it doesn't flush out too many minerals or too many water-soluble vitamins that taking in a huge amount of water at once would do.